Hey everybody, welcome back to our Dragon Age series playthrough. We are about to go through the Tower of Ashal, so it's going to be one of those fun gameplays where we're going to be going through probably one of the best built levels. I will say that they do reuse the Tower of Ashal layout a little bit for the Mage Tower. Oof. Decimated with fireball. Then of course my guy is injured now, so we do gotta it will definitely take me a minute to get used to the computer controls. So like I said, I've normally played this game on Xbox, so switching over to the PC is definitely like a leap for me in not only graphics wise, but also we're also gonna save again just in case, because the last video we were having, crashing issues. And let's not have that again today, or let's try, Oh boy. Why are you... Damn. Yeah. So we're injured again. Let's go ahead. The injury kit. We're gonna go ahead and assign you with this. And this. And then. Make sure you're not injured, and I don't really care about you because you're a character that, dies anyways. Playing the game, I'm glad that I'm getting footage for you guys, because again, I don't want to just be like, oh, I died, I need to cut that out. Like this is how I play Dragon Age. While a lot of people will say that, technically I am quote unquote playing it wrong, I feel as though you really can't play this game wrong. It's all the perspective of, like, your playstyle. Me, I like to be the rogue that you can see coming but can't really stop anyways. So it's mostly, I mean, sometimes I'll go into the stealth rogue playstyle just because it is fun sometimes to have that playstyle. But past that, this is mostly what I play, is the rogue that is more warrior than anything. I love playing the rogue this way. Come on, no. Right.
It shall be done.
Maker's breath. What are these darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here. Hey, you're right. I guess there is a silver lining here if you think about it. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time.
Then why'd you stop to talk? Why are we doing that? We're gonna save again. What else does I do? And this is why I think having a rogue early on is such a great great help to the game, because a lot of these chests you wouldn't be able to do, and that's why I think the rogue is the best class to go with for the game. Not necessarily because anything that you find will be useful, but it's a lot of extra items that you can sell, or, you know, just have, like that gold ring. You know, it's another ring. It doesn't do anything, so we're not going to put it on. Just because I don't want it to take up a utility slot. Again, not that you find any, like, super great items early on in the chests, but again, it's mostly stuff that you can sell and get, you know, better loot for, which is how I like to make a lot of the money that I do in game. Is I usually just loot as much as I can. So we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of different things, like just the amount of stuff that you can get very early on makes it almost worth it to me. Rogues, it's mostly about positioning, and that's something I haven't been doing very much for the gameplay, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try to start doing that, just because I've been trying to get you guys as much footage as possible. But yeah, so this is where I think the Kinkari Wilds and this level is where the game really does pick up. For the most part, because this is where the action for the game really starts to come into it, and it is just so fun. Normally, what I do is I do this play, like the road that you're seeing here. The reason I do it this way is just because, again, I play warrior a lot, and I like being up in the face, and it's very cool that you can actually build a rogue that can do that. It takes time. Like, my rogue will definitely, over time, need to, I need to do certain things to make sure that I can actually survive. Like, get better armor, level up the constitution a little bit. But all in all, the rogue that I play is definitely a warrior that can lockpick. That's the best way I can describe it. And the reason I say that is because it is just the way that I play. It's the way that I've always played the game, or that I've always played the rogue. Because again, I like having the rogue that can just be up in your face, kick your ass, and there's not much you can do about it. While stealthy rogues are definitely more utility friendly because it's much easier to position better. And I just and whilst that may be fun for, you know, other people, I don't really do a lot of stealth characters unless I'm playing like Skyrim or something, because one of the best builds you can do is the stealth archer, and I love playing a stealth archer in Skyrim. But that's more first person and, you know, a little funner in my opinion to do that. Not that, you know, playing stealth in this game isn't, you know, fun. It's just not something I particularly enjoy in this game. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. You'll be probably seeing me do that a lot, where I'll get into a thought and then I'll just be kind of not really ignoring what I'm doing, but just kind of becoming forgetful.
It shall be done.
So it's mostly just about that. It's mostly I just become forgetful about keeping track of health and stuff. So, apologies. I will try to be better at it.
It is begun.
But yeah, so all right. So I think we're about halfway through the level. We're gonna go ahead and come over here because I actually do like doing this. Because you actually do get some help. A lot of, at least as far as I know, I can sacrifice health for. The cool thing is you can actually get help in a lot of the levels, so long as you're, like, you know, looking for the things that you can do. Like these dogs, for instance, is one of those, like, oh, hey, you could get someone or a couple of extra people to help you fight the darkspawn. So long as you're paying attention and don't die located, it's actually pretty useful. Because they don't begin to attack you or anything like that. Penalty to dexterity to remove this injury. Use an injury kit. This is party camp. Yeah. Yeah, we're hurting now. War paint of the Wolfhound. We're going to go ahead and actually equip Grog with that. Because that does give a 4 to damage versus beasts. Not particularly useful as of right now, because we're fighting Darkspawn, and I don't know if Darkspawn count as beasts. But it does help a little bit later on when you're in the...
It shall be done.
When you're fighting wolves or bears or spiders, stuff like that. But yeah. Every room up here has a Darkspawn. But you can get some good items going through. However, sometimes, like this, it can get a little bit overwhelming. Get a good stun on him. This is why I like having 2 warriors in the party, because usually they're the ones to be left alive. And Alistair and Grog have good chemistry together. And so it just works out really well to have these 2 kind of fighting together. All right.
I shall do it.
Well, that's good.
As you say.
Yeah. Get rid of one of them. That's the dexterity one. This one. Penalty to cunning. That's good. We'll do that.
It shall be done.
We're gonna go ahead and level up your strength and constitution, buddy. Strength. Alistair's constitution. We'll just do his constitution. I like to have Alistair have a higher constitution for the fact of it makes it a lot easier to make sure that he stays alive. So Alistair is more of a defensive warrior, and I like to have two types of warriors on my team, which is usually the defensive warrior and the attacking warrior. And that's usually Sten for me. Sten is the character that I usually have as my attack warrior, up until the point that I get, I believe his name is Ogrim, because I love. He is one of my favorite characters. His dialogue is just great. I don't necessarily like his the introduction quest to him, the whole Bronca quest. Not because of the fact that it's like difficult or anything. It's just it makes me like, because if you fight against her, he has to choose to, like, betray his wife, girlfriend, or whatever. And I don't know, it feels like there should have been more, like, in that quest, there should have been more of, like, a dilemma to the choice that you make. And we just don't get that. You don't get that, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't get the same type of story arc of like, oh well, I had, like, if I choose this, then I lose out on this person forever, like you would in, like, let's say a Fallout game, where it's, if I choose this point, Arcade Ganon leaves me if you're playing New Vegas or stuff like that. And I think it would have been really cool to see that, like, if you choose to fight against Bronca, that Ogrim has more of like a, hey, if you do this, like, there will be a stain between the two of us. And that just never really happens. Like, fighting her or killing her never brings anything along those lines. So cinematic as hell.
Surely missed the signal.
It is begun.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and grab all of this.
No. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Let's go ahead and check the room. Yep, see? Always want to check, always want to explore. Granted, none of this, like, helps, but it's also pretty awesome to look around, because you can get some really cool stuff. Like, the tribal necklace, I do believe, is actually a gift, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And I do believe that you can give that to Morrigan. But yeah, that was the Tower of Ashal mission. I'm gonna go ahead and let the cinematic play.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased. You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember? The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well. The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke. I will stay and make something to eat.
Thanks.
Very well.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
We need to bring Loghain to judgment. Why would he do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon. By ourselves? No Grey Warden has ever defeated a Blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back. Not to mention... I don't know how.
How to kill the Archdemon, or how to raise an army? It seems to me those are two different questions, Have the Wardens no allies these days?
I don't know. Duncan said that the Grey Wardens of Orlais had been called, and Al Eamon would never stand for this, surely. I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help. Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready.
You're more than
Alone,
ready.
These two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
Understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire.
And with that, we have a team,
To return to
for the most part.
down hut.
We have Morrigan, Alistair,
It's far more
myself,
likely
and
you will return to
Grog.
see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Alrighty. With that, I'm going to go ahead and say that this episode is over. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to bip to doodly do. And once again, if you guys do want to see extra stuff, go ahead and put it down in the comment section down below, and I will try to get through some of the side quests on camera. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys later.